Hello everyone, I would like to talk to you guys about the DJI Mavic Pro, and is it still worth it in 2020? Well, let's find out, right? This has a 4K by 30 frames per second camera. It can also take JPEG and RAW stills. Also, it has front-facing forward obstacle sensors, and it also has bottom sensors, so this helps keeps its position. And it also has GPS, so you can use really cool little features like active track or follow me basically. And this has waypoints and point of interest if you're interested in using those. And the flight time, I usually get about 24 to 23 minutes, depends, give or take, on the wind. And charging time, I usually get about 30 to 35 minutes, so depends how far you drain the battery. As you all know, that the Mavic Pro can fold up, and you can put this in a bag or a backpack or small DSLR carry-on bag, or carry bag, I'm sorry. But also you can put this in your jacket pocket if it's big enough or deep enough, right? Surprisingly, these things are kind of damage resistant. I've actually crashed this maybe once or twice. But it's got a little ding here, and I've got a little ding back here. But other than that, it still flies great. I don't recommend beating these things up too much, but it's nice to know if you crash, these arms will fold in. Hey guys, let's talk about the cons about the Mavic Pro. The Mavic Pro cannot hover indoors. You can, but it'll move around like this, and make sure you have enough light for these sensors to pick up, because it's technically reading with the sensors when you're indoors, but you can still fly it with GPS, of course. But if you are using it indoors, make sure you use tripod mode. And let's talk about the pros about this, right? So the cool thing, it's very portable. Of course, we know it can fold, and it's small enough to fit in a backpack or a DSLR backpack or a little DSLR bag. And if you have a really big jacket pocket, you can actually slide this in your jacket pocket. And the remote, well, wish the sticks came off like the Mavic Air, but hey, you can only do what you can, right? But the cool thing is you don't really have to use the remote. You can actually fly this with just your phone, but I would recommend it because you're very limited with your phone. But if you want to take a quick selfie or something, then hey, your phone's perfect. Anyways, that's my pros and cons about the Mavic Pro. So the question we all want to know is, the Mavic Pro still worth it in 2020? The answer is yes. And the reason why is because they're still fun to fly, honestly. And it's still good, very capable machine to make really good videos and make excellent content, of course. And if you want something smaller, well, then there's the Mavic Mini that just came out. And if you don't want to pay the $700 for a Mavic Air, well, I would say skip the Mavic Air and get the Mavic Pro. Or the Mavic Pro Platinum. If you can afford one, definitely get that one. But this one, it's still good, actually. So, you know, keep your eye out for a Mavic Pro for really cheap. And if you find one for used and it's a good price, definitely buy one. So I think they're still worth it. And if you want something cheaper, I'd probably look into the Mavic Mini or the Spark. But the Mavic Air, it's still kind of expensive right now. Still $799, at least here. But other than that, I say get yourself a Mavic Pro if you can afford one. And if you find one cheap, definitely pick it up. And if you don't care for portability and you want the best of the best camera quality, well, obviously you might want to look at the P4, or Phantom 4 is what they call it. So definitely look into that. And if you have the money for a bigger camera, then the Inspire 2 is probably one of the best you can get on the market right now. So this is my small review, and happy flying, right? Be safe, guys. All right, till next time.